Yo, what's going on, fellas? It's your boy Tristan, aka SrirachaDFS, back once again with DFS Karma. Welcome to another first impression video where we do a very early preview of the upcoming NBA slate. Main purpose of the video is to give you guys a highlight, or give you a early look at the totals of each game, who's favored, give you guys an injury report for the games, who benefits, who takes a hit from it, and yeah, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel so you do not miss on any of our free media content or live streams. Also, make sure you're in our free chat room where we discuss this DFS 24/7. I mean, live before lock has been a hit. I'm actually probably gonna hop in there tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, you guys can ask anything you want and we'll basically answer it during that time. It's a fun time. We had a ton of people yesterday when I peeped into the chat room towards the end of lock, and yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm gonna be in there tonight. Ben's in there, Rube's in there, we see Bales, we even saw AC in there. Like, just come up, bro. It's fun. So like I said, chatdfs.com is how you get in the chat room in the first place. Link is down in the description below. Yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. It's a 7-game slate for tomorrow, and yeah, I love these. First game on the slate, Washington at Detroit, opened up at a 224.5 total. Washington is favored by 2.5, and Detroit's on a back-to-back. On the Washington side, Raul Nato questionable, Bradley Beal questionable, Ish Smith out, Davis Bertans out, and Daniel Gafford out as well. If Bradley Beal were to miss this tomorrow, Russell Westbrook, he has been playing amazing. I still love him tomorrow, even with Bradley Beal being, if Bradley Beal were to be out. And if Raul Nato sits as well, then Jerome Robinson becomes a good play if both Bradley and Raul sit out. And then for their bigs, because Daniel Gafford's out, I think Len sees the bulk of the minutes tomorrow. Maybe Robin Lopez is a tournament play, but that's all from there. On the Detroit side, Sekou Doumbouya questionable. He didn't play yesterday. Wayne Ellington did not play yesterday, questionable. Dennis Smith questionable, did not play yesterday. Ronnie McGruner questionable, did not play yesterday. Jalil Okafor could play any day now, but he's questionable. And then Killian Hayes is out. I would just monitor this news. All this news will basically come out before lock, so monitor it, be in the chat room, and you will know how we break this down. That's all I'm saying. Philly at Cleveland is the next game of the day, opened up at a 214 total. Philly is favored by 7.5. On the Philly side, George Hill is out and Joel Embiid is out as well. As we know, with Joel Embiid being out, Tobias Harris, Dwight Howard, Ben Simmons, Seth Curry all get boosts and bumps, basically usage bumps. And yeah, on the Cleveland side, Matthew Dellavedova questionable. He has a chance to play. Kevin Love questionable. Dylan Windler doubtful. Larry Nance out and Jared Allen is out as well. Honestly, with Jared Allen being out, it's hard to see Philly continue to go big, to be honest. I think Isaiah Hartenstein is a decent play with Kevin Love if Kevin Love's out. Dean Wade also should see minutes at the center spot because of Larry Nance and Jared Allen being out. So monitor that Kevin Love news. Make sure he's out before you think about Isaiah Hartenstein or Dean Wade. Next game, Charlotte at Brooklyn, opened up at a 233.5 total. Brooklyn favored by 2.5, and they're on a back-to-back as well. On the Charlotte side, Malik Monk is probable. LaMelo Ball is out. Malik being back bumps down the Hornet guards. Basically, Terry Rozier and Devontae Graham get bumps down, and Gordon Hayward as well. On the Brooklyn side, James Harden's questionable. He left yesterday during the third quarter, and he didn't return, so that does not bode well for his status for tonight. LaMarcus Aldridge is questionable. He didn't play yesterday, and then Landry Shamit's questionable. He didn't play yesterday either. Kevin Durant's out as well, but we all know that. If James Harden were to sit, Kyrie Irving gets a big boost, but he could rest. We've seen this before, so definitely check up on that news tomorrow. Bruce Brown gets a bump. Joe Harris gets a bump. Timothy Luwawu-Cabarrot probably gets a bump, and then yeah. Next game, Golden State at Miami, opened up at a 220 total. Miami is favored by 2, and they're on a back-to-back. On the Golden State side, Eric Paschall's out, but nothing really changes. On the Miami side, Victor Oladipo is probable. He's expected to play tomorrow, so I do believe he will be in. Kendrick Nunn's questionable. He didn't play yesterday, and then KZ Okpala is questionable. He didn't play yesterday either. With Victor Oladipo being in, basically it's a bump down to all Heat players, especially people like Jimmy Butler, Tyler Hero, Goran Dragic. Next game is Orlando at New Orleans. Opened up at a 223.5 total. New Orleans is favored by 10.5. On the Orlando side, Kareem Maine questionable, Cole Anthony out, Markelle Fultz out, and Gary Harris out. With those guards being out, it's just obviously a bump up to Michael Carter Williams, who will see basically starter minutes continuing until one of those dudes do come back. On the New Orleans side, Zion Williamson is questionable and Lonzo Ball is questionable as well. If Zion were to miss tomorrow, Steven Adams gets a bump. Maybe James Johnson, we haven't seen him play yet, but he could slot in either off the bench or something like that. But mainly looking at Brandon Ingram and Nickeil Alexander-Walker, especially if Lonzo Ball's out as well. If Lonzo were to sit out, Josh Hart gets a bump and Eric Bledsoe a mini bump as well. Next game, Atlanta at San Antonio, opened up at a 219.5 total. San Antonio is favored by 1.5, and they're on a back-to-back. On the Atlanta side, Lou Williams is questionable, DeAndre Hunter questionable, John Collins is out, Chris Dunn is out, and Cam Reddish out as well. With this news, I do like Clint Capella for sure at center. With John Collins being out, he's going to be their main guy. He won't have to battle John Collins for minutes. DeAndre Hunter being questionable, and if he's ruled in, will hurt Danilo Gallinari and Bogdan Bogdanovic for sure. But John Collins also being out helps him in the case as well. So it's hard to see them get too big of a bump down, because John Collins' minutes will have to go elsewhere. And if DeAndre Hunter is ruled in, I expect them to be limited. So definitely monitor that news. On the San Antonio side, Lonnie Walker's questionable. He got downgraded last night before the game time. Terry Lyles is questionable. He didn't play. And then Gorgie Dang. I usually call him Gorgeous Dong. I'm sorry. But Gorgie Dang, questionable. He left the game with a shoulder injury and he didn't come back. So I expect them to miss this. Lonnie Walker being out, if he were to be out, it's a little bump to the San Antonio guards, and that's mainly it. Last game on the slate, Denver at Clippers, opened up at a 228.5 total. Clippers favored by 1. On the Denver side, Monte Morris is out. Doesn't really do much. Maybe gives Facundo Campazzo more minutes. And then especially Barn PJ Dozier, but he's not really much there because Monte Morris has been out for quite a bit. On the Clippers side, Marcus Morris is questionable, Serge Ibaka out, Paul George out, Patrick Beverley out, and Rajon Rondo out as well. It's a bump up to Ivica Zubac, especially because Serge Ibaka's out, and they do play Jokic. Denver does play Jokic, so they definitely need to match up with size. The Clippers got to match up with Zubac. So if Marcus Morris were to be out, I think Nick Batum gets the biggest boost, and then because Paul George is out, and the rest of them, it's a bump up to Reggie Jackson, Terrence Mann, Luke Kennard, who should see the main three, or those main three guys should see the rotational 1 to 2 positional minutes. So that is something to look at. And then Kawhi Leonard obviously gets a boost with Paul George being out as well. And yeah, that wraps up this first impression video for the upcoming NBA slate. If you liked the video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel for more daily media content like this and our live streams. I appreciate you guys all for watching, and as always, it's been your boy Tristan, aka SrirachaDFS, and good luck tomorrow. Good luck tonight, actually. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out. Bye.